Well, the first weekend of high school football rolling on, more fantastic games, great finishes all over the area today. A triple header in the Alamo Dome to kick off the new season going on right now. First game was the Somerset Bulldogs taking on the Southside Cardinals. First quarter, 4th and 5 for the Bulldogs. Senior quarterback Kobe Isbell finds fellow senior Josiah Lugo up the seam for the score. Then a little bit of anything you can do, I can do better. Cardinal quarterback Caden Keith with a nice deep ball. Jeremy Oberon on the score there. But it was all Somerset for most of the day. Lugo gets the toss on this one. He gets back into the end zone. Somerset starts the season with a win, 49-21.
Okay, everything was working. I mean, our run game was working, our pass game was working. I mean, defense was showing out. We did our thing.
We went in there with the mindset that we were going to go and hammer the dudes, and we did what we had to do to get off the field and give the ball back to our offense.
Our guys hung in there. We made a lot of big plays, and I think that was kind of the difference in the game. Of course, Josiah did some good things running the ball as well, but I felt like the big plays on the perimeter and down the field were a real key in this victory.
Second game of that triple header going on right now in the Alamo Dome. Jefferson up on Uvalde 18-0. I'll have those highlights for you tonight at 10. Over at Rutledge, Liberty Hill taking on the home Wagner Thunderbirds today. First quarter, triple option play goes to the fullback, Braden Prasse. And he gone, 60-yarder for the big man. Wagner looking to avenge the loss to Liberty last year, lost by 14, and then Liberty on their first pass of the game. Throw it up to Noah Long and let him go get it. That sets him up for a field goal, but Wagner came to play all day long. Still first quarter, junior Davion Anderson on the pitch. He gone too. Thunderbirds destroy Liberty Hill today. They win 49-17. It's the Uvalde Coyotes and the Jefferson Mustangs. Check this one out. Jefferson short tosses it to their running back, then reverses it to Austin Emesquita, and the senior's off. He's got some room. That one put Jeff in position to score. Jeff basically had control of the game all game long, but hasn't stopped Uvalde from making plays like this. Jeff Flores slings it to Austin Gant, who reels it in with one hand and scores the touchdown. Great play for him, but Uvalde does fall to Jeff, 25-14.
We just came to practice all week, and we just talked over our game plan, and we did it right here in the Alamo Dome, and it's great.
We didn't know how to react. Early, we talked about in the spring, taking that ball the first drive, and they did it today. We got the ball first, and these kids just have a lot of character and a lot of fight in them.
Well, the third and final game in the Dome today, the Brandeis Broncos and the O'Connor Panthers. Check out this insane play. Panther quarterback Ryder Dorn drops back, immediately pressured, fumbles the ball, picks it up, slings it downfield. Someone catch it. This tall receiver comes down with it for the touchdown. Great play by O'Connor, and then the Broncos come back. Lincoln Philyaw tosses one over the middle. Another one-handed grab. I don't know what's in the water with these guys today. Great plays all over the place. 35-25 was the score in the third quarter, now 42-25. Over at Rutledge, Liberty Hill taking on the home Wagner Thunderbirds. First quarter, triple option play goes to the fullback, Braden Prasse. He gone, 60-yarder for the big man. Wagner looking to avenge a 14-point loss to Liberty last year. Later on, Liberty's first pass play of the game, they throw it to Noah Long. He makes the great catch. That set up a field goal. Wagner pretty much annihilated him the rest of the game, though. Still first quarter, junior Davion Anderson on the pitch. He's gone, too. Thunderbirds destroy Liberty Hill. They win 49-17. Burbank Bulldogs and the Southwest Legacy Titans facing off in the scorching heat this morning at Alamo Stadium. Bulldog QB Kevin Hernandez, he makes 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys miss. Nice gain there. Later, Hernandez slings it over to Izzy Zapata. He makes a few people miss as well. Shakes that one, misses that one. He gets him down to the 30. I was standing right next to his mom. She was really nice. Then later, Hernandez out to Robert Martinez. He makes some guys miss too. I don't know if they're drinking some juke juice or what, but they got that win 34-20. So the Sotomayor Wildcats playing the Legacy of Educational Excellence Volunteers tonight. Sotocats, in just their second year of the program, this is their first senior class. They played a great game, though. 7-0 right now. A little misdirection gets Jayon Perriman into the end zone. That's 14-0 Soto now. Later, it's 21-0, and Jaden Gutierrez rips off a long touchdown. Soto scores 4 rushing touchdowns in the first half. They end up going.
Here we go. What a matchup to kick off the season. It's a top 10 battle between Johnson and Judson out at Rutledge Stadium. Johnson quarterback Ty Hawkins picked off on a great play by Marcel Smith for Judson, and that would set up the Rocket offense. It's Terrell Smith III, the transfer, going to fight his way into the end zone as Judson goes up 14-7. Ty Hawkins going to tie it up again. Look at the strength on this quarterback keeper, and he's in for his second rushing touchdown of the night. Third quarter action now, and Judson going to take the lead. Tough running from both sides of these squads. Nathaniel Stanley getting his second tutty of the night, and later Hawkins looking for a hat trick, but he loses the ball on the reach over for the goal line, and the Rockets would recover. Johnson goes on to win this one 24-21. This one just ending moments ago. We will have much more from this one. Congrats to the Jaguars starting off the season 1-0. What a way to end it. Again, the thrilling finish from this one coming up in just moments. Stick around. Oh man, welcome everyone to another high school football season on the Friday Night Fever. Tons of big matchups on week 1. Let's get back to the highlights here. The Brennan Bears and the Steele Knights, 2 teams that landed in our preseason top 10 poll, and it was all Knights in this one. Jonathan Hatton, the young sophomore, gets the first score of the season for the Knights. Later in the first, Chad Warner going to air it out, and he finds Jalen Cooper wide open. That made it 14-zip Steele. The defense came to play too. Dante Carter going to pick off this Brennan pass for the Oski to set up the Knights offense once again. A couple plays later, Warner drops back and looks left, and he finds Cooper wide open again. The nearest defender is in another zip code. The Knights were projected to be one of the top 6A teams in the state, and at last check, they're leading at 52-0 in the fourth. All right, let's get to some scores now. The Rattlers win in a close one on the road, 17-16 over Smithson Valley. The Taft Raiders fall to Victoria East, and Roosevelt opens the season with a 28-14 win over Del Rio. The East Central Hornets visiting the Harlan Hawks at Dub Ferris Stadium. Coach Joe Hubbard is going to be rolling the dice here, and he pulls out a gadget play on 4th down. Austin Vivier lofts one to Myron Robinson, and he's in for the score. Later in the first, Harlan looking to answer Noah Ferris with a short drop, and he's got Jordan Grady behind the defense. Jordan is going to win the foot race for the score, and the Hawks go on to win 45-20. Some more scores now. Canyon in a close one to Veterans Memorial down in Corpus Christi. Alamo Heights winning over a narrow victory over Seguin. And then Lockhart and Southwest, the Dragons, coming out on top in that one, 41-35, the final. Well, the Holmes Huskies opening their season at Gus against the visiting Bulldogs from Laredo Alexander. Great opening drive for Holmes here, and they take a 7-0 lead on the quarterback power play from Isaac Martinez. The Bulldogs would later march down the field, and Javier Jimenez winging one out to Ivan Pena. And Pena makes a nice move and tightropes his way down the sideline to tie it up. The Huskies put together another long drive, and Martinez caps it off, this time with a 13-yard scamper. And the Huskies, though, end up losing. Great effort from them, 49-27, the final from Gus. Well, we can't have Texas high school football without a game at the Rock Pile. Floresville going against Lanier, and in the third corner, Daniel Lariano drops back and finds Brandon Castillo all alone, and it was all Tigers in this one as Floresville blanks the Vokes 34-0. Tough loss for the Bernie Greyhounds as they come up just short against Flower Bluff. Kerrville Tivy gets a 21-7 win over Medina Valley, and Salado beats the Batlin Billies by 10. Back to the highlights, Madison and Clemens over at Heroes Stadium, and Madison quarterback Landon Gill going to drop back. He steps up and then fires a dart to Ocean Zuniga. He makes the grab at the 15 and does the rest as the Mavs go up with a quick score. Still in the first, the Clemens Buffaloes get on the board as Raekwon Ruffin dives in, but the Mavericks are going to go back ahead when Gill connects with Zuniga once again, and Zuniga going to make a great finish at the goal line, and the Mavericks hold off the Bucks 24-17 the final. Over to Comerlander Stadium, the Marshall Rams are going against the Macarthur Brahmas. And how about some more defense? The Rams put it on the turf, and Alex Nava is going to scoop it up from the scrum, and he's gone. It's a 51-yard scoop and score, and the Brahmas take a 6-0 lead. Wow. Later, senior quarterback Michael Murrock is rolling right and looking, and a great catch by Colton Cornwell right over the defender. That made it 14-0 Mac, and the Brahmas go on to win 28-21. Down at the Alamo Dome, the Antonian Apaches moved to 1-0 with a win over Holy Cross. Jourdanton blanks Natalia 44-0, and Piper, wow, they dominate Leander Glenn 62-0. All right, let's get back out to Rutledge Stadium in our game of the night. Ty Hawkins, fourth quarter action. He runs in for his third score of the game. The Jaguars would force a Judson punt, and then as time is winding down, Johnson gets the game-winning field goal. Look at that. Holy cow. And Johnson goes on to win a thriller. 24-21 actually the final. Johnson goes out on top. Congrats to TP Miller and his squad on a great opening season win. Let's get to some more scores now. Central Catholic wins big over Austin Regents 43-7. Wimberley cleans up Canyon Lake 60-6. And Pleasanton gets a win over Devine 24-13. More scores. Bandera beats Poteet. Blanco gets a close win over Poth. And Randolph gets a win over Schulenburg 44-22. Stick with us. We've got more scores from opening night. We've also got a bit of Cowboys news when Friday Night Fever rolls on. Welcome back. Let's get to some more scores. The Lytle Pirates win a close one, 3-0. A field goal is the only offense in that one. Hondo 41-31, the final there. And then Cornerstone and Gunter cleans up Cornerstone tonight, 53-7. All right, Cole beats Memorial 48-28, the final. And Harper beats D'Hanis by 21, 28-7, the final there.